laying it up. You keep it laying it up. Yeah.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Shane Davis.
And I am Elon Musk.
Hey, Mr. Musk.
kidding.
I've got some ideas for you.
We are the controlled burn.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we be.
So we're coming at you a little late in the evening. Honestly, a little shook up. So we kind of had to sit here, loosen up a little bit. This is national world news right now. Get into a little bit because I'm honestly, and this is one of those ones I don't really know a whole lot about the gentleman, but
It blows my mind, dude.
yeah, I'm not me too. Like I'm pretty usually on top of this kind of stuff, but so tell me what happened. Tell our listeners.
Charlie Kirk was shot and killed in Utah today at a one of his rallies, not rallies, but one of his events that he puts on. If you don't know who Charlie Kirk is, you should look him up because he was a. So man, this is tough for me. I know. I want to be sad and emotional, but
We've been here for about an hour trying to kind of loosen up a little bit.
waiting on Brandon to get out of a funk. Yeah, so it's a tough one. It's a Charlie Kirk is a dude that is. I mean, he is a conservative personality. Most famous for his videos that he does on college campuses. So he goes and does events on college campuses where he's not like the change my mind guy as far as like, but what he does is everybody knows his beliefs. He's also a very, very, very devout Christian, and not just a devout Christian, but a guy is probably as well or more read up, studied, and knowledgeable about the Bible than most pastors. And I mean that wholeheartedly. I grew up, matter of fact, I would say Charlie Kirk knows more about the Bible and can give you time, place, state of mind, language spoke,
Like the actual historical
the culture of the time for each chapter, more so than probably any pastor that I ever grew up like listening to for the better part of my life.
Was he a pastor as well, or?
Nope, a very, very devout Christian that was very big on. So a couple of his main, I guess you could say, his main his beliefs that were super not
Like his controversial?
controversial. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Sorry guys, I'm struggling. His that's a very controversial beliefs. One of the ones being that college is not for everybody. A lot of people would simplify it and say college is a scam. It would be taken out of context if you said that that's what his thoughts on college were, because he was not a college is a scam person. fuck my shot, right?
I'll be right back.
He tries to duck under my camera while I'm talking and ducks under absolutely nothing and then pops up right in front of the camera. But so yeah, he was a very much like the college isn't for everybody. It's for 10 to 20% of the population, not the 60% of the population or whatever. You just say, fuck it this time. Yeah, I'm with you.
Man, I'm too fat to be trying to crawl, and I'm going to knock everything over.
It's fair. But yeah, so obviously he was anti-abortion. He was anti gun control. He was, pretty much most of his beliefs were pretty, I would say, typical, like right-wing conservative.
Right.
Very much a supporter of Donald Trump. Very much, he did a whole lot of lobbying. And the other thing is he is a philanthropist and a very rich dude. Dude had money. Like, dude was pretty rich. There's a lot of money. His Turning Point USA, it was a big, am I saying, is that his? Turning Point USA?
I have no idea. You're
I think it's
teaching me.
Turning Point USA. Anyway, it's a very, very lucrative society or organization, and it mainly is geared at having these conversations on college campuses, because college campuses is where they matter the most. These are, this is going to get real unpopular, but I would say college is a real good place to focus on if you're trying to get somebody to believe something, because these are adults that are not really adults yet. They haven't really been in the world yet.
Right.
So they haven't
Well, they live in a bubble.
they haven't experienced the world. They haven't got to life hasn't got a chance to kick them in the ass yet. Not too much anyway. So it just seems like, I mean, we've seen, I'm not going to name names, but we have somebody that me and you know very well, that we spend, probably almost every day with. And this particular person, she grew up on, going to college, went to college, and was very much left-minded, because that's kind of the thing to do when you're at college and most universities. And then gets out of college and comes into the workforce and was like, oh, that's not the real world.
Well, that's the
Had her
problem
own
with it.
self-epiphany.
Is because a lot of the far left extremism that we've been seeing, and this is, we're not going to turn this into a political show. No. That's not our lane. We are not qualified to have a lot of these conversations. Usually not at all, but especially
Barely qualified to say hello.
Right. But yeah, it's you get stuck in these bubbles, and a lot of these topics, they very much so make them black and white, and they oversimplify, because right now the big thing on college campuses is the Israel and Palestine conflict, and there's been more anti-Semitism publicly than I've ever seen in my lifetime, by far. But you also, if you're looking at, the question, or the headline that I see the most is, kids should not be being murdered in Gaza. And I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anybody that would battle that argument, and it absolutely makes all the sense in the world to say that and scream that. But these issues are not black and white. There's so much more that goes into these conversations than I think a lot of these kids are allowing themselves to kind of dive deep into. And this gentleman, and God rest his soul, I think was, from what I know, which is very little about him, was trying to bring a different perspective. We've seen a lot of the big colleges have lost a lot of federal funding in the last couple of years because of these hard stances. But whether you're far right, you're far left, you believe, whatever you believe, we are Americans, and we our forefathers fought and died to give us the ability to scream and yell and have the beliefs that we do. So it's honestly a really sad day. I remember when Donald Trump, the first assassination attempt where he did get shot on the side of his head by Zaire. One thing that I saw, almost immediately, was the left and right completely condemned that. Like, if you attack and hurt and kill people based on their beliefs, whether they agree with you or not, you're kind of destroying the entire purpose of what we are as Americans. We are one of the only countries that we truly do have free speech. We have the freedom to practice our beliefs and our religion, as long as we're not impeding on other people. and that's something that I firmly believe in. I don't care what you believe in, as long as what you're doing and how you show your beliefs doesn't affect me and my family and my friends. I'm never gonna be on the side of trying to silence you. Like I saw in the UK, people are going to jail in London, in Great Britain, for tweets. Like people that they've like making like tweets against the government are actually being charged and serving jail time for a tweet. I mean, could you imagine? Like
What kind of tweet are we talking about?
yeah, I'm talking. I don't have an example fresh on my brain, but I'm talking just condemning the government, because right now they have a really like a bad foreign policy issue in the UK, and a lot of the citizens over there are just pretty upset with their government, and how many displaced foreign nationals that are now living in the UK, and it's really like even Ireland. Like we've seen like Conor McGregor's trying to run for president, and which it's kind of it's funny out the gate because you're like, that's nonsense, but then you hear his campaign
For the first time this weekend, I heard a lot of his campaign thing about it, and I'm honestly, I mean, like, granted, it may still be. Here's the thing, man. It's hard to say, LOL, that's laughable, that'll never happen, because it sounds kind of familiar.
I said the same thing about Donald Trump.
I know.
You remember, like I was like high roading it. I was turning mine. I was like, there's no way possible. Like I said those words, like that you're talking about the Apprentice,
Yeah.
the you're fired guy. I was like, there's no way. And here we are, second term. we're doing it. And I mean, in whether you stand for Donald Trump or not, the way I was raised, like he's the president of the United States. If Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was the president of the United States, he's going to get my respect as the president of the United States. Joe Biden did, whether you believe.
Bro, that's my biggest problem, pet peeve ever during the election time is, here's the thing, man. There's been a few presidents, not really, but there's been at least one president that, I mean, here, I'll just hit it. I thought it was absolutely laughable that Joe Biden was her president. I really did. Deep down in my core, I couldn't believe it. To me, it was embarrassing because he was very much so appeared to be not fit to be a president.
Well, and so in all due fairness, he declined a lot.
100%.
Like from the beginning
100%.
of his presidency to the
100%.
end, I would say he was two different people.
100%. I agree.
Some conspiracies say he was two different people.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that.
That was I've seen that.
But no matter what I thought about Joe Biden, I did not stand for a whole lot of the things that he. He wasn't someone that I was a fan of as far as being a president.
No, but
his
if
political views.
If you were in the same room as him,
once heard me not say nothing negative. I'm a real patriot. I really love my country.
right?
I don't give a shit who it is, even if it was somebody I was if someone I absolutely hated, I would never portray that, because in my core, I believe that if you live in a country, if you have a problem with the way they're doing, take the necessary steps to handle that.
Right.
But in my opinion, it's a sign of weakness to our anybody. Anybody that's not in the United States of America, the whole world, the whole nation, the whole world, it's a sign of weakness if people like me are bashing our president online. I hate it. I hate it to my core. I hate when people did it to Joe Biden, and I hate when people do it to Donald Trump. I hate when people did it to Barack Obama. And you know what? Both sides do it, and I hated it from either side. And I will never not maintain that stance.
No, if you were even at the very end of his run, if you were to meet Joe Biden,
Nothing but the utmost respect.
Oh, it would be Mr.
Handshake,
President. Yeah,
Mr. President.
100%.
Thank you, sir.
It's and for some reason we're lost on that. And it's really gonna take. There's just so much divide. Like even with like Barack Obama, there was the same thing going on then. There was the left and the right. And whether you liked him or not, as the president of the United States, he did command a certain respect when he spoke and when he was in the room.
A wonderful speaker.
Oh, dude, the best. Like
one of the most presidentially speaking, like professionally presidential speaking presidents we've had in a very, very, very long time. Some would say since Kennedy.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, he was.
He was. Whether you liked what he had to say, he commanded a level of respect as the president. I appreciated that about him. I did not typically align with, obviously it's probably no secret. I tend to be more, Republican as far as fiscal and foreign issues. But I have, how can you not be happy that someone that speaks like that is your president? You know what I mean? Regardless of what he's saying, I appreciate that. And that was a tough thing for me with Donald Trump too, even. You know what I mean? Especially when you have a guy like Donald Trump, who I was, as far as policy is concerned, and as far as most of the things that he ran on, was all things that I very much was in support of.
Right.
A lot of them.
Right.
So it did take some, it's been very tough for me because there's that intrusive thought side of Brandon that gets a giggle out of certain shit, and then there's the actual my brain that's like, that's our president. You know what I mean?
No, he's a wild man.
Yeah.
He says wild shit.
Wild card, bro.
And that was my biggest problem with him from day
that's a lot
one.
of people.
Is like whenever I was in Mosul, Iraq on a deployment when Barack Obama became the president, and anytime, I remember, within a week of that happening, there was a statement made, something like a kind of a soft threat to the enemies of the country. That small thing kicked off a couple attacks on us, on Americans in different places and outposts, and that was my biggest problem with Trump. Is I knew when he would go off saying crazy shit and kind of provoking people, that directly would get people hurt that are actually,
Sure.
on a service duty, and that was my biggest thing with him. But at the end of the day, I don't care if it's Trump, I don't care if it's Biden, even if Kamala would have won, which would have been the most un-American president ever. I mean, she wasn't voted for. She wasn't chosen by the American people. Even if she would have won, she'd still have been the president.
I would have still gave her the respect as a president, as much as it would have. I would have been very upset by it.
Well, and
I would have not have. Just because of what you said, it was
for that many other reasons, which I and we've got to get away from this. But
I'm looking for an exit.
You're right. CNN. I'm pretty sure it was either MSNBC or I think it was CNN, but they did a interview with her while she was campaigning to be the president, and they never aired it.
Yes,
because remember they did Trump's, and then they had a mediator there. It was kind of like a setup.
It was because of the questions.
Well, and they released some of that interview, or at least they released I think the what would you call it, the words
And we're struggling with words today, aren't we?
Yeah, I know, we're stuck on
Lord.
stupid. It's been a weird day, but
It's been a weird 2 weeks.
They released the transcript.
There it is.
Of it, and it was just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because they were kind of trying to help her and give her easy layups, and she just kind of kept making no points to the stuff she was saying. They were kind of hey man, you probably shouldn't let this out. This isn't good. But
That's crazy.
It's wild, dude. Even our boy Joe Rogan, or my guy, my Mr. Joe, they were gonna have her on the show. and she was basically like, okay, like I'll come on your show, but you have to fly to me. And he's like, done, I'll do that.
Oh wow. He did.
Yeah, he agreed to it. And then they were like, okay, we have to have the ability to edit it, and it's got to be no longer than 60 minutes. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
He's like, number one, it's my show. Like, you know, we're not going to edit it. Like, it's my show. We'll do it how I want to do it. Number two, it needs to be at least 2.5 hours. Like, and he was like, and I was okay, because they hit me with stuff that I wasn't allowed to ask, and he's like, I was okay with that. He's like, I didn't care if I talked to her about dogs and pet adoptions for 3 hours. He's like, I just wanted to talk to her and have a real conversation to see who she really is as a human.
Well, that's kind of Joe Rogan's thing. He's like, if you give me anybody for 2.5 to 4 hours, I can tell you exactly who they are. Or I can understand them. I don't remember how he worded it, but it was really good.
Well, he can, like, you know, fill out if they're full of shit or not.
Yeah.
Because you can only be full of shit for so long when you're, you know, talking to somebody or interviewing
putting it
somebody.
on, yeah, absolutely.
It's really easy to have a bunch of, like, regurgitated talking points memorized. But to a point, you know, after a couple hours in, you
Some
really
would
start
say roughly an hour.
right, an hour plus, at least 61 minutes.
Yeah.
But they had, oh my God, they had this guy to come. So a guy that I really like to follow.
Made a guy come.
Probably twice.
Okay.
He's got very, you know, strong hands. He does have a lot of Neanderthal blood.
quality.
He did that 123andMe. Yeah, he legit has Neanderthal, like a
1, 2,
weird
3,
amount.
I'll tell you what.
Isn't that what it's called? 123andMe?
No.
What's it called?
23andMe.
I was pretty close. I was pretty close. But they brought this dude on because I listened in this thing that happened to Mr. Kirk. It really freaks me out because, like, I listened to a guy named Dave Smith. He's a comedian. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a libertarian. But they brought him on because he's been really.
What was it again? Sorry.
Dave Smith.
Okay.
He's got a podcast called A Part of the Problem. He was really big on RFK when RFK was campaigning. He kind of went south on him after like basically.
That's one. I'm.
He's tough. I can't figure him out.
Yeah, same, bro.
He's because, like,
I don't hate him, and I'm not off on him. I'm just not sure I'm on him. If that makes sense.
I'm not
Pause.
read enough.
Yeah, 100%.
To understand if he's, like, good or bad.
I like his story. I like, you know, brain eating, you know, disease, and basically effectively cured himself with, you know, foods and stuff like that. Like, I like all that. Like, I know that's not exactly how it happened, but, you know,
He's a nightmare on audio.
yeah, it's tough.
Fucking Skeletor. Like, it's wild. Just imagine his acceptance speech. Thank you, America. Oh, yeah, well, in the world. Like, it's awful, bro. It's like it's insane. But
That was, I think that was because of the brain eating parasite.
I mean, and that's what he says. And he, like, what I love about, like, his situation is health. Like, he is very high on public health. Like,
No, 100%.
like
That's
that,
his role,
to me,
too. But what's crazy is people hate him because
He goes
has
so
no
hard.
formal training
He's not
or
a
anything.
scientist.
Yeah, he's not a
And
scientist.
well, he goes so hard against vaccines.
I don't even know how much college he's had.
Yeah, I have no idea. I know that he did something really, really great with the Hudson River, and there was like water.
That's what's in the Hudson River.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I guess they were dumping a bunch of toxins in it.
Oh,
And
I think I heard about this.
yeah, and he really like dug into it, figured it out, and like fought like a battle to get them to stop dumping like all the toxins they were, which was great. And
Was it a refinery or it was or a chicken farm or something?
something like that?
It was some sort of like industrial or
Well, and it was making people sick. because it was like leaching into the tap water.
But they had a hard time linking it. I feel like I read into this. Like it was a whole. I think there was like some organization that was basically bitching about it for 20 years and not really 20 years, but a very long time. And somehow or another, it got his attention. I think I read about this or heard about this. I think
the
it was
problem
material
because I love a good conspiracy.
Oh,
like
100%.
we just spent 30 minutes talking about aliens before we started the show. I think the problem that a lot of these people run into is you'll find a conspiracy that turns out to be true. Like there's been like plenty of them that will turn out to be true.
Well,
and then once that does happen, you look for the conspiracy in everything, and you try to turn everything into this big like ultimate scheme or conspiracy.
JFK.
Well, right. I mean, his dad. Like RFK's dad.
No, I mean they've all but proven the JFK thing was a pretty much us inside. Like it's not
tough.
It's there's still some to be, but
well, you can hit.
It's tough, man.
Well, there's still files that haven't been declassified in that whole thing.
I thought they were all finally.
No, so they released a lot, but there were some redactions.
Well, that's what. But I heard the ones that were released redacted have been unredacted now. Like as of like 3 weeks ago.
I listened to a podcast, or it was like a YouTube video. This guy that basically has gone through all of it. And there definitely was some weird shit with the CIA involved in something having to do with it.
Yeah, it was basically
nothing comes out and says it.
Like every sign was pointing to the CIA, like in like
right
multiple different angles, all pointing to the CIA.
Well, and it's the same thing with like Martin Luther King Jr. In the FBI.
Yeah.
They just released some of those. But that's the thing with every conspiracy, you can find there's a level or a layer of truth. Like you had Alex Jones. He's been completely canceled, and like he was kicked off of everything, and he went so completely wrong and hard on the Sandy Hook situation. Those things take away from the things that he did do right. The biggest headline that everybody knows from Alex Jones is they're turning the frogs gay. They're turning the frogs gay. Like there's truth in that statement. Like that has been like there's the way he says it is extreme. But if you really look into it and dive into it, there is truth to what he's saying.
Attention grabber though. Like
right.
Almost everybody, like I would say 65 to 80% of the world of the USA population knows the name Alex Jones. They may not know why or how, but they know the name. You know what I mean? That's kind of his shtick. Like,
well,
because he's nuts.
And it was in July of 2001. There's a video online of him. It was like a Fox News report. Like he was on, when they have like the different people in bubbles and they'll like start debating different shit. Well, he was on there and basically like to a T predicted 9/11 about a month and a half before it happened.
What?
Yeah. So Tucker Carlson had him on his show within the last 3 months. And because I'd never heard that before. And Tucker, that was like the first thing he brought up. He's like, dude, nobody talks about this, but you, sir, predicted 9/11 less than 2 months before it happened. But when you call, it's like the crying wolf thing. When you call everything a conspiracy and everything a work, you lose a lot of credibility. Man.
What are you about to look? What happened?
No, I was thinking.
Don't do that. You're gonna hurt yourself.
But either way,
you know what? Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Straight up,
I am.
There's no place for that in America.
I'm excited to get you on some Charlie Kirk videos so you can understand why I had such a why I'm so actually bro. I don't get bothered by. I really try not to get bothered by celebrity deaths or anything like that. Here's the thing, man. It's I respect their family and I'm sad for the people, right? But I'm not ever usually affected myself.
There's not like a personal connection.
Right.
Yeah.
Charlie is really tough for me. Like, I'm not kidding, dude. And I really screwed up watching the damn video because it was just like,
No, it's awful.
I immediately felt the anger and the rage, and I was like, I want to fucking torture him. And then, you have to go, all right, hey man, take a step back. It's not always the best thing to do, to be violent when, violence has happened. And
Right.
I'm human. I struggle with it. I do.
Right.
The only thing that I think I would never change my stance on is, pedophiles. I don't think I'll ever not be okay with beating the shit out of pedophiles and potentially torturing them. But
You heard it here first. The controlled burn will beat your ass.
that's our one hard stance. We're pretty open. Like, we don't really take stances on politics or anything, but I would say it's safe to say we're pretty pro torturing pedophiles. You can go ahead and clip that.
Clip it.
You can put it in the bio of all of our socials. I'm okay with that. But have you seen the videos of dude? There's so many freaking
Of the hunters,
the pedophile hunters. Dude, there's so many now. It's great. Like on Instagram, especially X. Like, these guys, they set up these pedophiles, and then when they go and meet them, they beat the shit out of them, or they slap them around, or even the ones where they embarrass the shit out of them. And like this one dude every once in a while, like, they have a session where they tear them up pretty good, but usually they don't, or they only like smack them a little bit, like just kind of let them know they're there. But they almost always like meet them in a Walmart or some sort of grocery store.
Right.
And excuse me, everybody. This man is Robert blah, blah, blah. He is here to meet and have sex with a 13-year-old boy. He is a pedophile that lives in your community, and screaming it through the store. And I'm just like, yes! Like, this is what we need.
Dude, it's the problem I have with it, like, because I'll see some of them, and you'll see like there'll be like a clearly like mentally disabled person.
That's the ones that
those are the ones that bug me. And
I definitely don't. It's so tough, bro, because like our heartstrings get pulled on because we know that these people are clearly special needs. There's a whole lot of special needs people that still are very, 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 very much know the difference in right and wrong.
For sure.
And so it's like still it's also tough for me, but at the very least, I'm okay with those at least getting embarrassed and called out, because that's how you prevent it, especially with those kind of people, because they probably have loved ones in their lives that are probably completely oblivious to the fact that it's happening.
Right.
And now it's drawn attention, so now someone keeps an eye on them.
Well, and we so in my house in the last like 2-3 weeks we banished Roblox. We decided, me and my wife, we decided to abolish it across the board. Like not even like our high schoolers, because they would mess around with it from time to time. But basically, in a nutshell, it comes down to the people, the game creators, the moderators, the people that are in charge of that world. Mm-hmm. They are, or I guess, have been very uncooperative with authorities in trying to put like protections in place and have access to try to catch bad people. And there's so many different like worlds in there that just anybody can go on. And there's like some crazy statistic of the amount of child predators that use that like platform, and it was just not. It's not worth it. Like it's really, my house. I've got a big family.
Sure.
Everybody has either like a phone, a tablet, an Xbox, a TV, so many different portals.
Yep.
Like into our world that we're allowing strangers to have access to, and we have like pretty hard rules. Because I play games. Like I'm a gamer, you're a gamer. Like it's something like my kids are definitely
They're gamers. Yeah.
But we don't ever want to take a chance. Like I'll tell you, like my our second oldest daughter, a couple years ago, she she ended up giving a kid she met on there, and it turned out to be a kid. Like at first, like I thought I was gonna have to go to jail
Bean?
because we got a letter in the mail.
Bean dip.
Yeah.
Okay.
My beans literally got a letter in the mail from a 14-year-old boy from like Missouri. Like reaching out because she had been in trouble, so she hadn't been on the game.
So
or
he wrote
phone.
her a damn letter?
He knew our address. Is what?
I mean, she had to give it to him,
right?
Or he's a, or he's a hacker, or
No, I mean,
real good at
after
at stuff.
a couple conversations, like she gave out our stuff, and that was like it was kind of eye opening because like you just don't think about that shit
No,
because like
100%.
you just have this like built-in like common sense of what you know is okay and not okay, and then you just kind of let your kids like play these games and be immersed in these worlds that you're just like they're just playing games and having fun, but I mean there is people out there that like if some 14-year-old kid can get my address, like
Man, so this one's tough for me because same thing. Skylar has a friend it's one of her. The girl is actually a year older than her, but she met her via daycare back in the day when we had Arlena, our first lady.
Yeah.
That we love and miss. I mean, the one we have now is great. Don't get me wrong. We just Arlena she helped raise our kid.
right.
She spent a lot of time there, and she was great. But she met this girl named Lindsay, who's a year older than her. They go to the same school, but, just a grade older. And her and Lindsay have been able to maintain a friendship, which is really hard for, like elementary school kids when you have one that's a grade ahead. It's really tough. I notice kids don't really maintain that because they don't get to communicate. They don't get to hang out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So Skylar and Lindsay have... I mean, damn near every night they play Roblox together. Like, every night. If they're not playing Roblox together, they're on, like, we set up Skylar a Facebook Messenger Kids. Mm-hmm. And they are on, like, video chat playing in their room. Like, Skylar literally will set her iPad.
Right.
This girl do the same thing, and they're just enjoying each other's presence.
They're literally hanging
while
out.
Playing. They're hanging out.
Right.
While being at opposite, houses. And I love it because I love their relationship. And, like, we'll go to Lindsay's birthday party and stuff, and it's like, me and Samantha know her mom and dad, and man, we're not, like, friends. We don't, like, hang out all the time, but, like, super good people. And Lindsay's a good kid. Just a good little friendship.
Right.
Well, like a week or two ago, Skylar's, like, comes in. She's bummed, dude. I'm like, what's wrong? She was like, Lindsay's mom made her delete Roblox. And I'm like, that sucks. Like,
Right.
Like, she get in trouble? And she was like, no. I was like,
She probably did the same shit.
yeah, right.
my
And I
wife
was
read.
like, well, what the hell? And she was like, because apparently a lot of kids are getting kidnapped is what she used. And I
Right.
was like, okay, so pedophiles.
right.
Kidnappers for sure. But,
That's a nice one. Yeah.
yeah. And I was like, okay, all right, well. And so it started my wheels turning, right? And I was like, okay, but still, I don't just make decisions because other parents made decisions.
Right.
So back of my mind, but then it's like, it's like you ever hear like a really weird word, or like if you ever like look at a word that you hear you say like daily, and you notice that it's spelled really weird, and it just is weird, and then all of a sudden you'll start seeing that freaking word everywhere. It's almost like that, right? Like you didn't agree with me, but is that not a thing?
I was trying to think of a word, and all exacerbate came to mind. I don't know if that works with what
Probably
you're,
just
but
because it's close to masturbate.
I do enjoy saying that word.
Right on.
Exacerbate.
Do you ever exacerbatively masturbate? Sorry. Anyways, so that happened, and I was like, man. And so then I start hearing like these little things here and there. Like I'm scrolling Facebook, doom scrolling, and I see a reel like, if you let your kids on Roblox, stop now. Here's why. And it's like,
right.
what the fuck, right? So then you say that, and now immediately I'm like, okay, well, time to be serious about it, because I could see a world where if I could block the voice channel,
Right.
and she could just talk to her friend Lindsay, and like she plays with like 7 or 8 kids, most of which we know, right? Then I would be cool with her keeping it if I could go into settings and kill the voice to it, right? But if not, I may be making the decision to delete Roblox.
well, the problem because Roblox is because we played Ark at one point, and we got to a point where we could like build our own server, like our own world, and nobody was allowed in. Like we could
Unless we let them in.
Right. With Roblox, it's very much so community built.
Yeah, because it's different obbies or lobbies or whatever
You
they
can
call
do
it.
anything, but there's
It's like Meta Horizon on our
yeah,
Quest.
yeah, basically the same thing. But even if you cut out the voice chat, like people are they'll make like posters.
Yeah,
like they can
no,
like
for sure.
write stuff. They can use that environment to build or to write or do things. Like there's a bunch of like fun little mini games. Like my kids, like when this was first like gaining like popularity, there was a cool like, it was a great concept. But everybody it was like Pictionary, but you'd have like 20 people verse each other, and everybody would have to draw the best boat, and then they would all and then
Someone
everyone
drew a penis.
I mean,
Always,
right.
yeah. You're always
Somebody's
gonna have
gonna
a
ruin it, and but they get like really creative. Like you, there's just not an effective way as it is right now, as a parent to completely censor it or block out the evil.
Nor will there be, because unless you have something where there's an active moderator in there, it's never going to be safe. You know what I mean? I would still be okay with cutting out the voice channel, because I know my kid's attention span. It'd be real hard to convince my kid to, like let you, kidnap her if, you couldn't talk to her.
Right.
If it was up to her, reading something, she'd
On to the next.
yeah, you got about 8 seconds, brother. You better be the best kidnapper ever. But no, I think I got to sit down now and have a talk with Samantha tonight about this.
It's worth looking into,
100%.
if for nothing else.
Well, and you're like me. You don't just like. Well, you're even. I would even say, I would dare say you're better than me at this. You're not a fly by the seat of your pants decision maker. You're pretty. You like to be fairly calculated if you're,
for sure.
especially on something where it's going to affect your children every day. So
Well-
the fact that you and Cam have killed it is like, damn it.
Well, we're pretty loose.
Yeah,
like
same.
we're
I
pretty
try not
loose.
to shelter too much.
We don't really follow the guidance on movies.
They're damn sure ain't a mold that y'all.
Yeah, we don't follow it. My kids, they watch because we like scary movies. We watch horror movies, and some of those are a little much sometimes. But with the Roblox thing, for me, it was real easy. And I'll be like straight with you. I didn't do a deep dive on it. I didn't do my due diligence, but the way that it was presented to me, I sat there in our lives have been chaos lately. We've been busy. It's been great, but it's been a lot. And in the grand scheme of being a provider and a father and a husband, defending that just didn't make sense. Like going to bat for
Cam
for that.
felt strongly about it.
Yeah, 100%.
I got
She
you.
was absolutely on it, and when I sat there and weighed how much energy and attention I was going to give that, I was like,
Wasn't on
you
the
know
list.
what? At the end of the day, if this is something that is going to protect our children and also not put me in conflict with my wife, hey man,
All I'm sitting here imagining is like Dane and a couple of your kids like watching this, and then that motherfucker,
well. So
you piece of shit, Dad.
at the end of the day,
Never have our backs.
It comes down to you got to raise informed, good people. Like because let's pick on Dane.
I'm down to pick on Dane whenever.
Well, I'm not worried about him getting pedophiled.
Sure.
Like, there's nobody that is gonna convince him on any game
pedophile.
to pedophile. Yeah, he's not gonna get pedophile.
Yeah,
but
some would say he's unpedophileable.
yeah, no, he's gonna. Yeah, he'll bring it to me and be like, "Hey, man,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?" Like, but you add in the other half, of my children. You don't know, dude. Like in one thing that's crazy is like kids speak a different language.
Totally different.
today than like
Totally.
And I'm trying to keep up, but it's a lot of it's such nonsense words that I'm like,
Even the way they process information.
yeah, no, it's wild. Like
No, it's crazy, dude.
There's
because,
such
like,
a divide.
I've watched, like, I guess when you're like raising kids, you think of in your head, you think of scenarios, right? And it's actually scary. I actually don't like it, but that's where we're at. But you think of scenarios as a dad, and our role is to protect our freaking families. Period. I mean, that's one of what I believe the role of a man is: provide, protect. Like that's there's a whole lot, right? But like I would say two of the great tenets of masculinity is to provide and to protect.
And to lead.
100%. But provide and protect. So I think of scenarios, right, where I'm like, no. And I've absolutely, what's crazy is, now that I'm thinking about it, it's actually like been on games. Like on maybe even been Roblox. It was either Roblox or it was there was another one that's Rec Room.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was a big one. Yeah.
But where's a scenario where I'm hanging out with Sky. I'm like watching her play. I'm playing on my iPad. I think I'm playing Marvel Snap or something like that, and we're kicking it, right?
Right.
And I'm like, I can hear like she's like having this conversation, like not conversation, but like you can hear a conversation going on, right? These rooms are open. And I don't remember what it was, but I listened, and it was like very disturbing. And like then all of a sudden my attention's like, because at this moment I didn't want to just stop.
Right.
I wanted to see how she responded, right?
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing, bro. It blew my mind because she's listening to it. She doesn't fully understand some of the stuff that's being said, but I'm watching her process it and then avoid the situation. She has no idea that I'm listening or watching.
Right.
She literally goes to them, mutes them, and keeps playing, talking to her friends. And so I waited a minute, and I was like, hey, why did you mute that person? Yeah. Why? They were just saying like really weird, creepy stuff. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, sometimes, Dad, there are people in here and they're just very creepy and weird. And the best thing to do is to completely block them, and you don't want to talk to them. And I'm like,
that is the best thing.
Who taught you that? Right. Because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I didn't teach her that.
Right.
I'm mad at myself. I wish I would have had the wherewithal and to know. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong.
So
when I gave my kid an iPad and I said, like, hey, we're not going to be talking to strangers, and then I let her download a game where you literally talk to strangers, right? I'm sitting here and I'm kind of like kicking myself in the ass a little bit that it's all been under my nose and I've just been so desensitized that I've let it happen. But
well, you did teach her that.
I did.
You know what I mean?
did,
like over her entire life, you've been shaping and molding her to. I mean, she's no matter. You can't put your kid in a bubble.
Sure,
so
100%.
They're going to have to face reality in real life.
I was so proud.
That's the best.
I was so proud because I'm like, that was weird and creepy. It was extremely like I don't want to go into it, but it wasn't at her. It wasn't directed at her.
No, it's just as
however,
overall,
it was being directed at somebody else that could have very well been her if she had engaged. She chose not to engage, and she heard it. She processed it. She knew that it was creepy and weird.
Right.
She didn't fully understand everything that was happening, but she was like, avoid. And that person can't talk. It made me proud, and I was so like, thank you for being smart. Like, thank you for not being so curious that you wanted to dive in and like, hold on, what do you mean?
Well, the sad reality of it is, I mean, she has a good home and a good family.
Yeah.
She has a mom, she has a dad, she has a sister. Y'all have a beautiful dog. Like, you guys have a real good family structure. Like the kids that are out there that like there's a lot of kids out there that don't have that.
I know.
And they don't get attention or get love or there's no supervision. Those are the kids that are going to fall into those traps.
Those are the ones that are susceptible because they yearn for something that they don't have. Yeah.
Right. Well, and somebody's just the simple fact someone's responding to them.
Yeah, and to a kid, all attention is good tension.
Right.
Most of the time.
So last weekend we had that soccer day. Like it was a couple
How'd
of
that
our
go, by
kids.
the way? Good?
Bro. So like just like kind of what you just said, Axel, this is his first soccer game ever. Like the first time he's ever played anything.
Wait, I didn't take Axel to practice today.
No, Abel. So we've got 3 boys in soccer.
Oh,
right now.
all 3 of them are doing it?
So
okay.
The youngest boy, he goes out, and we're kind of nervous. You know what I mean? Like like they've only practiced a couple times, like because it was raining a lot, like the last like week and a half, and the season just started. Their first game, dude, he comes out like a cannonball. Like I took videos. I forgot to send them to you. Like, bro, proud's not even the right word. And at one point, he's fighting for the ball near the like near out of bounds. This kid trips over, falls. He helps him up, asks him if he's okay. Dude, another point
on his team or
no, the other team.
I love that.
Literally
so much,
helps
bro.
him up and then pats him on the back. Are you okay? And then literally one of his teammates they score. And I mean, goes up to him. Good job, dude. Good job. High fiving. I mean,
I love that.
And he like, if
Isn't that fulfilling, bro?
bro,
Isn't that just
dude,
like the best?
Because we had no idea what to expect.
Sure.
And for the first 3 minutes of that game, that kid, there wasn't anybody who beat him to the ball. He went a little hard. He needs to learn how to pace himself.
Yeah.
He was
went hard,
he was
huh?
a little gassed out by the time the second half rolled around.
That's all right. That shit comes. That shit will come on later.
But I mean, I was so freaking impressed with him. Like, it was one of those deals to where, like, I was just like, dude. Like when we talked to him later on, I was like, hey man, by the way, if you act like that for the rest of your life and anything that you want to do,
You're gonna be all right.
you're gonna be successful and you're gonna be great.
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
bro, like that was incredible. Like you just naturally were a decent human and you were competitive.
Yeah.
Like you can be decent in good to your,
You can still have a kill mentality,
right.
but
Not be a piece of shit.
Right,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like
Yeah,
you don't
I
have
love
to
that.
trip people and I
that's
don't know.
so
It was cool. And the other boys, they did great too. Like it
bro,
was.
your kids are gonna be. It would be. There's a good chance that your kids are all gonna be dispositioned to do better at that because of the fact that there's so many kids. Like y'all have so goddamn many kids. Like y'all got a lot of them. In case anybody that's watching this doesn't know, they have 10 children. 10. That's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. That's 10.
We have a first string and a second string
And
basketball
yeah,
team.
and almost all of them are there most of the time. Like they're not like
No, from junior and high school is our oldest to 4 years old.
so you have 3. You have 3 of those kids that never leave that house. Like they don't go anywhere to another parent or anything, right?
Well, okay, so as of lately, just one. So
Okay.
like mine and Cameron's Birdie, she's always with us.
2. Okay, really 2. Okay, I was thinking
Well,
2.
and
Okay.
even the one which I don't want to get into all
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
but
yeah,
even
yeah.
the one you're thinking of,
That's been happening more often.
yeah,
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. So I mean, which is great
For the most part, like you guys are the main homes for almost all of them, with the exception of a couple are 50-50.
right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, it's
So, anyways, you got a lot of kids at the house all the time. It's going to be real easy for them to excel at sports and stuff because, like, they want, like they don't get to. I'm not saying your kids are doing without, but like, it's hard for your kids to want to like get space to do their own thing.
Straight up.
They're always going to have somebody doing their thing with them. Sports is a way that they can kind of do their own thing. Even though
Right.
they're not doing their own thing, they're having it's not necessarily about doing your own thing. It's about getting the hell away from your siblings and being with other people.
Having your own thing.
Yeah.
Like, because everything in our world is shared.
Sure,
You know what I
100%.
mean? Like attention,
we ain't rich.
space. Yeah, I mean, right. We do the best we can, but
Sure.
I mean, it's absolutely a very unique situation. And it's not something that you can prepare for, really.
No.
Like in people, it's funny because it's almost like when people like will find out that I'm a veteran, it's always thank you for your it bugs me. I'm like, stop. Like
Yeah, no, you
we
were
were
worried about it.
Yeah, they paid me the whole time. Like I did not do it for free. Like because people think you like
Like I for sure love the country.
I'm a patriot.
I wouldn't have been
I'll
there
go to
for
war,
free.
but yeah, I mean, hell no. They paid me, and I promise you, that those combat duty pay nice. Like it was cool. But same thing with when people find out that I have 10 kids. Like they're like, man, you guys are such amazing parents. Like
Not really, but
nah,
we're all
bro.
right.
Like they're like, how do you do it? You just do.
You just don't have a
What's
choice.
the option?
Yeah.
Or just a dip.
Yeah,
Like,
sorry guys, you two stay here. Good luck.
bro, I tell Cameron all the time. I'm like, man, I like some days, like God, it'd be like kind of wild to have it in you to just be a shitbag parent.
Yeah.
To just, you know what? I'm gonna go do me. Like it's like I couldn't even like imagine it. Like it's not even like
No, it's so funny because like I tell you, as for you guys, this is. I don't think it was last Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday before last. We shoot the podcast every Wednesday, in case you didn't know. You guys see it Friday usually. We usually shoot it Wednesday most of the time. Every once in a while, it's another day. But
it'll move
like
sometimes.
two. I think 2 or 3 weeks ago was the first time. So Samantha, my wife, has set up like her schedule where she always goes and does like she goes over to her grandma's house. Her sister and her sister's girlfriend live at her grandma's house. That's just her grandma's. After her sister passed away, she was very lonely. Cheyenne and Riley were like looking for a new place. Grandma was like, y'all can come live here for free and not have to pay anything. And they were like, shit, bet. She's got a big ass house. You know what I mean? Like,
This is the one that you lived with for just a short period of time, right?
yes.
That may or may not have seen that naked ass of yours.
Man, dude, I got to tell them that story. But so,
I mean,
yeah. So Wednesday, Samantha's gone with the girls over there to her grandma's. They do a family night where her mom comes over, her other sister that doesn't live there, and obviously grandma and her. They have dinner and they just talk shit, probably blow back, and
Right.
they just enjoy life. And that's a thing they do on Wednesday. I can go, I cannot go. But it works out because I do the podcast. Like we get off. Well, our schedule is we're working 24/7, but
7 days a
like
week.
we leave the lab round about 6, and usually with the podcast, we usually don't leave here till 7, sometimes later.
Right.
So it kind of works out because Samantha's not at home waiting on me. The kids aren't like, waiting on me. They're doing their own thing and figuring out dinner. So typically when I go home on Wednesdays, I've got a couple hours to myself where I get to just be myself, play video games. Usually is me cleaning or doing laundry, but whatever. I like to clean when all the kids aren't there, or I say all the kids. How dare I say that in your presence? Both of my children aren't there because I can just get shit done and focus and not have to
For sure.
entertain children. But so I think I tell you that it blows. It's just it was the simplest shit to me that like you were like you lucky son of a bitch, man. And like I watched him, folks. I watched him like the thought of like just having that 3 hours by myself when I get home. Yeah, you just don't get a whole lot of that.
Doc, I haven't been by myself in my house. I mean, I can't even, like, in memory. Like, I there might have been, like, one
Yeah, because you
time.
couldn't even, like, your wife doesn't work. She stays home. She's a homemaker, like, because you got 10 fucking kids. So you can't even, like, escape from work for a little bit. Like, see, I could leave and go home in the middle of the day if I needed to, like, have some me time.
Right.
I could leave and go home and have the house to myself. That's not an option for you ever.
And with her, I mean, she's got our youngest, and our youngest is, she's a handful. She's I love her to death.
Bird be wild.
She's wild.
Yeah.
And so, like, even on the weekends, she needs a break for, like, just mentally, dude. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I can't even make it 3 hours when it's at the most chaotic of chaos before I'm like about to freak out. Like there's no way that I could never been a teacher. I can't like, I can only handle so much dumb shit before I freak out. And you know,
Facts.
when you've got that different level of ages, they hit you with some dumb shit sometimes. Like Avril was pissed off the other night because she put a bunch of toothpaste in her hair.
I love how kids get pissed off at some shit they did.
Oh, dude. Well, and we washed her hair, and then like in the process of it, like it just like created this like terrible knot. And so we were like trying to get that knot out, and she was so mad. I'm like, yeah, bro, like me too. Like this is not fun for me. Like, and I've told like way back in the day. So, my two oldest, for a period of time, it was just me and them living together. And I wake up, you know, I'm just in a sleep, dude, just a beautiful, just dreaming. And I wake up to like water dripping on my face. And you know when you're like, like you're kind of half dreaming, but like, so like as I'm waking up, I'm like, is it raining? Like what's happening?
Your
And
brain's just not firing yet.
yeah,
What is going on?
And I open my eyes and I smell like alcohol. Like I'm like, what the fuck? And I open my eyes and I see Dane, or I see Braden, and she's maybe 2.5, 3 years old at this point, and she's like, she looks like she's like tie-dyed. I'm like, hold on, what is happening? And then like I look around, I look over, and I see Dane, and Dane's like about a year to a year and a half, and I mean he is coated in fingernail polish, like I mean coated.
I remember this.
And bro, I literally, which you know, none of that was mine. None of that fingernail polish was mine. There was like a basket of it that was just there. And I just, you know, I'm a dude. Like, if it's not bugging me or it's not my way, I'm just not going to think about it. Bro, I went and, I mean, it was probably $1,000 worth of fingernail polish that I mean, it's trashed. I was so pissed. But me and Dane said, because what do you do? Like, I can't just pour a bunch of fingernail polish remover all over him. I mean, like, head to toe.
It's frowned upon.
You're right. We sat in the bathtub. And the only thing I could think to do, because it was so coated into his hair and so caked on, straight up, I literally, I shaved his head. And that was like the most effective, safest way for me to get it all. It sat in that bathtub for hours. I put my I
remember you put your swim trunks on and just got in the tub?
Yeah, me and him just sat in the tub. And like I sat there and shaved his head. But I'll never forget it. It was insane.
You still have a picture of that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a good one. But it's like stuff like that. Like kids will do things that you can't predict. Like Cooper flushed, which I don't even know how this worked, but he flushed an orange. I think it might have been one of those cutie oranges.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Down the toilet at his mom's house. And
I can hear it now.
His stepdad was just like, "Hey, so you know, Cooper flushed an orange down the toilet, and you know, created a whole problem. Like if you know, you could like you know talk to him." And I'm sitting there just like, "Yeah, yeah, I will. That sucks. Yeah, you're handling it better than I would have."
Hey, Coop. Let's not flush produce down the toilet, bud.
Bro, because you know he got in trouble, right? So I bought him if you've never been on Whatnot, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah,
It'll take your life.
Save your money. So I'm on Whatnot, and it's basically like this live auction site. It's kind of like TikTok Shop, but it's its own thing.
It came first. I just want to throw that out there. Whatnot was around before TikTok Shop. I'm sorry.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, you kind of put me on it within like the last maybe year or so, maybe year and a half, 2 years. But either way,
a little bit longer,
I bought. They had these like wrestling action figures. Like I used to have all of them when I was a kid, and they had this guy was selling them all. And there's a cane. It's like the old school cane with the red
Kane,
suit.
Undertaker Kane.
Yeah, well,
gotcha.
so you just said it perfect. It's Undertaker Kane.
Yeah.
It's literally like Undertaker disguised in Kane's outfit, and you take the Kane mask off, and it's the Undertaker.
That's pretty cool.
It's sick. Like it's
actually really cool. That's cool.
Badass. And it was him. And remember Viscera, like the 500-pound dude with the
Yes,
bro. I got both of those.
All of the Attitude Era, I know. That was our shit.
time.
That was us, bro.
Which I love that it's still like it is considered the Attitude Era.
Yeah,
like it's badass. But I got those for really cheap. Got both of them, and I got them in the mail yesterday. And I'm such a kid too, because I'm like,
you're playing with them.
Well, I straight up opened them up, and I'm looking at them. Yeah. Well, I want to give him to him so bad because he plays with them like just like I did when I was a kid. Like I got him the wrestling ring. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
So I can't even.
Oh, so that orange incident was recent?
No. This is he got suspended from school in the last couple weeks. We talked on this.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
No, that was a fun phone call. I got a call from the principal.
We gotta talk to you after this because I never got the ending of a few things that happened recently.
No, it was bananas because they call me at the end of the day, and I'm it's like in like from 3 to 6 o'clock in our world is intense.
Yeah,
every day.
10 children all.
No, I mean in mine and your world.
Oh, 100%.
Professionally,
you're talking about you and the kid, like the kids all getting off at school at the same time.
The highest pressure in our day is from like about 3 o'clock to about 7 o'clock.
Prime publishing time when people get their results.
Everybody
Micro's coming off, wants to know. Yeah, how
we're having the tough conversations, like because we're getting results, and sometimes it's not what you want to hear, and we have to have those conversations. They suck, but it's a part of the gig. And so this principal calls me end of the day and to tell me that Cooper got into a fight on the bus this morning. I'm like.
They called you at the end of the day?
Yeah.
To tell you it happened this morning?
Oh, and I was not cool. I was not the right one to call. They called Dad first, which is bananas. But so they hit me with that, and then I'm like, is he okay? And they're like, yeah, but so this isn't a good thing. He is going to get suspended for a week. And they explain the incident. They say basically they're like this. The other kid, they have it on camera. The other kid punches him below the belt in the old Davis family jewels, and Cooper then I guess just starts like wailing on him. And it was one of those things where like there was like backpacks in the way.
So hold on. I know. Pause. I know kind of how part of the story ends. Like right. I know who the other kid is, but let's pretend for a second I don't. He got suspended because he got punched in the dick, and then he decided that his rebuttal was going to be, a bit overkill.
Well, as a dad, halfway through the story, I'm kind of like, okay, cool. I'm about to go take him to go get a burger and a shake.
Yeah, 100%.
Bet this kid don't ever touch him in the balls again.
100%
is where my dumb brain's going.
That's where mine was going.
And then the way she ends the story with, so I'm like, well, is the other kid okay? I was like, is the other kid fine? Like, am I about to get sued? Like,
yeah.
And she's like, well, the other kid was actually his brother. I'm like. Oh, you could have started with that?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Hey, both your kids got into a fight on the bus today? You couldn't have hit me with that?
I would have been dead, bro, if she would have just like, yeah, I can't really talk about that, and then hung up and then called you right back. Like, hey, is this Abel's dad? I just went,
bro,
what? She just called you as both parents.
Well, and it was one of those, it was raining that morning, and they even like asked, like they were like, oh, we're not feeling great, can we stay home?
Bet you wish you would have.
Bro, I was walking out the door and I was like telling Cameron, I'm like, no, I'm stay home, come on, like come and get me. And she's like, nope, they're going today. Like she was sick of them. And and then that goes down. So my smart ass that night, I'm like, Told you. Told you.
Bet you won't listen. Bet you'll listen to me next time.
Right.
Yeah.
Next time I say, hey, let him stay. Let him stay. But, yeah. Either way, his little ass is in trouble. He got
fair.
banished from his school bus for a little bit of time. And so, yeah, he
Is
made
the
our...
other kid in trouble too?
Not near as much. So, like Cooper's problem is he just, he went hard. Like... And visually, because like nobody got hurt. There was not a mark on anybody because, like I said, the backpack was like in the way.
I'm kind of on Team Cooper right now because I feel like he got punched in the dick.
No, they both suck in this
No,
situation.
for sure.
That's where I'm annoyed because I had I had to, me and you will talk shit about it and joke but
Yeah.
I had to have a real moment with them, and I'm just like. You guys, you're your family. You're around each other all day. You're up each other's butts. Like you guys are gonna fight. You're gonna
They
battle.
battle though, don't they?
Well,
These
they
are the
all
two
do.
that yeah, but-
You know what I mean? And they're pretty close to the same age, so they're gonna battle more. And they're very different people. Both. I mean, they're just very different in the best of ways. But I'm like, the moment y'all walk out of that front door and go out into the world, y'all better have each other's backs. Like, dude, me and my brother, like, if there was footage of us battling when we were like their age and like, when we were kids,
Someone had called CPS.
oh, bro, like, well, and we didn't have any supervision. Like, our parents worked until 6-7 o'clock at night.
So you were just you were. It was a survival of the fittest until your
Bro.
parents got home.
There were knife fights
Yeah.
with me and my brother, with my poor little sister, just like scream crying, like, please, like, stop, like,
Don't kill him, Ryan.
no, dude, for real. And it was awful. But I promise you, as much as my brother pissed me off, and he was really good at it.
Yeah.
Any situation he ever got into out in the world, because he was an easy target. I had that dude's back.
Yeah.
Like there's not a member of my family or anybody that I consider a friend that I'm not gonna have your back in the moment. Whether you're right or wrong, I'm gonna have your back.
Yeah,
and
you guys, but they have time, and you gotta think of this too. You and Ryan, even at that age, y'all were probably like, y'all probably would have done the same thing.
no, it got into it, dude.
Yeah.
We literally. There was one time my mom. Oh boy, and this was back when you were allowed to beat the shit out of your kids.
Yeah.
Because I was always smaller. And my brother was real aggressive, and so I couldn't beat him up, but I knew how to. I had other ways to get my dubs. You know what I mean? He'd use his hands in anger, and I just knew how to get him where I wanted him.
Yeah.
And
You're a little bit.
yeah, we're walking to the bus, and we had to walk like 3 blocks to our bus stop. And I kept picking up I grabbed a handful of these little rocks. You know, like the flower beds that are all rocks.
Yeah.
And I would just walk behind him and pink him in the back of the head. And I was trying to hit his ears because it was just it made me laugh. And so I literally just kept pinking him, and he stop, and I'm just like and then finally the bus driver pulls up, and I still remember her name was Yolanda. She was great. She watches my brother, grab a ridiculous rock. Like, I'm throwing little pebbles, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody. And he grabs this boulder and just wings it at me and cracks my head. I'm gushing blood. And I earned it. I definitely.
Yeah.
And so Miss Yolanda was like, "Hell no, you guys aren't getting on this bus." Nope. Bye.
Attempted murder.
Yeah, she's like, nope, you guys get to go back home. So we had to literally, and at this point, I wasn't scared of my brother at this point. I was, we had to go tell our mom that we weren't allowed to get on the bus because we were being idiots. Oh, dude. And she's running late to work. Bro, it was a bad day in the old Shane Davis household.
Yeah. Ryan got his ass in trouble for that one.
Bro.
Well, both of you did, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, no, we both, yeah, because my mom knew.
Yeah,
she knew. She definitely would be on Ryan for wigging out, but she also was very aware that I just knew how to get under people's skin. And once I seen it working,
Can I just say you're really good at it to this day?
oh,
still.
dude, like
Me and you speak passive aggressive as a second language, though.
it's
We're both pretty versed in it.
it's one of those things that I'm better at knowing when I should or shouldn't. But if you're pissing me off, I promise you, I can zoom in,
bro.
and-
Even me and you, when we're been best friends for 20 years, damn near. Me and you have a very good way of when we're like a little bit pissed off at you, annoyed. Me and you can both get under each other's skins. Where if we go too long, it's like, you want to fucking do this, bro?
bro, the amount of times that we have gotten to the like, and it's so funny because you can get to like, I'm gonna kill him, and then once you get there, you're kind of like, what the? Are we gonna fight? Like, what are you? What are we
gonna do? We're gonna fight. We're gonna fight.
What are we talking about here? Like, it's so fun. But we
It turns
just
into a fuck you, 20 minutes of no talking, and then my bad, dog.
and you spend any time around anybody, you're gonna have that stuff, and it is what it is.
What did you say? Was it you earlier that said, or was it Tanner maybe? There was a someone said something back in sales was about like the differences in men and women, and it was like it was good, dude, because it was like it doesn't tie into necessarily what we're saying, but it's so true, like how guys are. That's like, I'm saying that because this is an example of how guys are, right? Like we've been best friends for ever, and that's how we are. I've got your back, dude. You mean more to me than most of my family.
Clip
I
it.
would take a bullet for you. But with that being said, just like with brothers, like sometimes I want to kill you because we know each other so well. We're so close. And that's funny. It's how guys are with their friends and stuff. But I swear it was you. Maybe it wasn't, but it was like
women treat like conflict
different.
so different.
I
Like,
thought it was you. Maybe it was Matthew. But he told me it was good. If you didn't hear this, it was
No, yeah,
great.
I don't remember.
It was like women who with other girls will be like, oh, hey, so good to see you.
Right.
Where have you been? Blah, blah, blah. And then the minute you walk away, it's like, I hate that bitch. You know, she's a whore fucking everybody
Bro.
on the block. Guys, like, you walk up to two guys that know each other, and it's like, what's up, you piece of shit? You fucking fat, disgusting bastard. And then as soon as you walk off, it's like, it's pretty good, dude.
yeah, I know that was Tanner. I heard. Well, dude, that's
He's a
so
pretty good guy.
funny because like I tell
That's
people,
real.
no, like literally, like I learned like so a part of what we do is knowing how to talk to different kind of people. And especially if you've ever worked in customer service, if you like, you have to know how to do that. Hey, how's it going? I'm Shane. How can I help you? Like,
Customer service voice.
right? And we all know that it's a bullshit. Like nobody talks like that in real life. Like
Yeah.
it's a fake
100.
thing. But like people, like they want it, they appreciate it. And my second job, my second paycheck job was at my mom managed a dentist office. And I was like
Dr. Tiernan's
15
office.
Yeah, off 41st and Harvard.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Rest in peace, my man. You were great. But my mom was the office manager at this dentist office, and I was 15 and a half. I had my permit, and I would drive me and my mom to work over the summer.
She loved it.
No, it was great. And I got to work literally like 5 days a week, like in an office environment. It was cool.
And I'm sure you hated it because you worked around a bunch of.
I learned so much, dude. Like it
you were
was
a young man that worked around an office full of
beautiful.
I was about to say pretty damn good looking women.
Beautiful women.
Even the few that I remember from back
Bro.
then, like, I was like, man,
No, there
good
was-
looking damn women up in her.
some dime pieces there.
We won't name names.
No, but so literally every morning, because it was very much so like a Christian like dentist off like practice. Like it was very like there was crosses everywhere, scripture everywhere. Like Dr. Tiernan was very involved in their church. Him and his wife, his daughters, like they were all like very devoted Christian. I know where you're. Yeah. No, we'll leave that out. But so,
say that.
but I mean, but that's
Camera was on
like,
you.
That's what they like portrayed.
Yeah.
And it was funny. Every morning in the break room, so my mom's office is like right like on the left side of this room. My job was the file clerk. Like I would take like patient like invoices and all their information, like their stuff on their dentist stuff, and I would have to put it in their own jackets. And I did that all day because they had mountains of paperwork because nobody was doing it because it takes forever. So every morning we would go into the break room, which was right next to the file room, and we would all hold hands. We would pray. And you know, as soon as everybody was walking, oh look, those shoes are so cute. Like, oh my, like that. Where did you get those scrubs? Like, and they're, I mean, literally sucking each other's clits. Like from the moment they walked in, like it was crazy. And I'm sitting there like kind of like, oh, these people are so nice. And then
they love each other.
They would pray, friends. And then they would all go their separate ways to their different departments. But there would always be like 1 to 3 of them that would linger. And dude, just like you said, they'd be like, "Man, fuck that bitch." Did you hear what she said? Like, did you hear how she ended that prayer?
You
like,
know she's cheating on her.
Oh, dude! I mean, straight up. Like, I literally I just remember, and then I would start like doing my job, and I would just like listen to every I knew who hated each other. Like, and it was different people would linger every day. And bro, I was so like intertwined into like the Real Housewives of Dr. Tiernan's dental office. Like, it was nuts. Because there's no like. We didn't have social media then. Like I barely. I did not have a phone at that point. I don't think. It was crazy.
If we had anything, it was MySpace. Probably. I think that was before MySpace.
I think it was before it. But it taught me how to play that game. Like I very much so know how to play that game. But to your point, like forgive us for generalizing.
I was just about to say, and ladies, all the ladies that are watching this, we're not talking about you. We're talking about the women that you know.
Right. And then them. And they probably said about you. But it's so weird to me. Like, when me and you have a conflict, like, there's no not addressing it.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
If we have an issue with each other, even like, let's say we have like an issue with, another coworker. Like there's no, like the way our brains work, like when there's a problem, you fix it. Or at least address it and give that person the opportunity to, apologize, because usually they're wrong.
This episode,
bro. It blows my mind because like Cameron will be talking to me about her friends, and half the time it turns into, why don't you just call her? And they're like it doesn't even cross their I'm like, how about you just call and ask,
bro? Even when I bet it's even with you. Like, dude, sometimes I get mad. Me and Samantha had an argument, a disagreement. We don't, we don't like fight,
right?
But sometimes we have real intense fellowship,
right?
You know what I'm saying? No, but we had a disagreement one night, and it was over. But I like to address it. Do you know why? Because you don't cook on it. You don't have to sit there and let it linger. Right. And
it's weight.
And she's just like, oh, that's not me. I just I'm like, no, you say that, but if we don't resolve it, if there's no resolute at the end of it, you're going to think about it. You say that that's not how you do it, but I know it's human nature. You're going to think about it. If there's no resolution, it's going to the amount of time it ticks on you may be different depending on the person, but it's going to tick on you. But we're done. The argument was over. We were fine.
Right.
And I felt it necessary to kind of have the closure and be like, this is this, love you, all done. It got us into another argument.
Right.
And I was like, she was like, it was done and over with. But I was like, no, it wasn't.
Apparently not.
We never even finished talking about it. I was just wanting to be done with it, so there was no afterthought. It got us into another argument. We had to finish it the next day.
Dude, well, and that sucks. Like, it's, bro, when me and Cameron
I'll sit up all night, bro. I won't sleep.
And I can't enjoy anything.
No.
Like, I can't play Xbox. I can't watch my
Nothing.
phone. I can't do nothing. I can't watch a movie. I just sit there and will just, like, men, like, for the most part, like, something me and her had to kind of, like, we'll go through sometimes is because she'll call me to vent.
Yes.
And
Same.
a lot of times I screw that up because I'm like, check it out. There's a gnat.
I see it.
I'm like, men, we're problem solvers. Like, if you bring a bunch of problems to me, like, because I care and love about you, like, my instinctual response is to fix those issues. And a lot of time, like, that's not what they're looking for.
Almost never, bro.
Right. They literally are just trying to offload.
It's been the hardest problem. You know what's funny? It's actually caused me and her more problems because, like, she'll do the same. She would have called me to vent about something. Well, here's the thing. You're the woman that I love.
Right.
You're the woman that I have made a conscious effort to never be away from for the whole rest of my whole life.
Right.
So because of that, I am willing to die for you if necessary.
But me first.
But when you call me, and you tell me this, I understand that the hardest thing I had to learn was, Brandon, she doesn't want you to solve her problem.
Right.
She just wants you to hear her.
Uh-huh.
And that's tough for me.
No,
because
you want to make sure she's not hurting.
But I literally
like,
have to, like, sometimes, like, she'll call me to bitch about somebody at work or something like that. And I have to hop on the, can you believe that bitch?
Right. Right.
Wouldn't you just like to drop a bow on that hoe? Yup. You know, I mean, it's just like all that. And it's like, I could just say, blah, 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 blah. I would just blah, blah, blah. But that is not what's needed in that moment. It's just listen to her, maybe talk a little shit back with her, reaffirm why she's right.
Right.
And then get off the phone.
Move on. Let it leave your brain, which is next to impossible.
No, yeah.
Especially if it's the third time you've heard of the same issue, then you're like, all right. Or
bro.
We got to be done with this.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, she had a situation at her job. I'm going to talk about it now because it's over. I'm sure probably none of her coworkers listen. I better not get too into detail. But
yeah, don't
anyways,
name names. Yeah.
No, but dude, they had a person. They had a transgender person.
Right.
Here's the thing, man. I don't give a shit.
Do your thing, boo boo.
Don't care. I don't care, right? Once again, like you said earlier, I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't begin to affect my life.
Don't tread on me.
That's it, bro.
Right.
Like, I'm not that guy, but in this scenario, don't tread on me, right? So, this particular person was not fully committed. But, for the sake of, the culture and the argument, they were.
Right.
This particular person was born
Right.
with baggage between their legs.
Right.
But they changed.
They had a long vagina.
They had a real long, sometimes hard vagina, and they could pee around corners, which is what most women can't do.
Right.
Anyways, so this person decided that they're going to wear men's pants pretty much daily,
Uh-huh.
a woman's blouse, some makeup, man's hair but long, ponytailed, and not change voice or anything, but just, change the name to a feminine name, Rebecca.
Which is fine.
Cool.
Right.
None of that
Right.
is a problem to me in the very, very slightest. However, this person liked to have conversations with people. Cool. Also not a problem. Like to force you to listen to their stuff. Force you to, like, if you ever made a mistake, which, keep in mind, there were some days that you could just be real tough to determine if you were looking what that person would want to be called.
Right.
So if you ever made a mistake, you were a piece of shit.
That's why you stick with names
100%.
instead of
100%.
Yeah, that's what I've learned.
But
yeah.
here's where it got crazy. this person, you know that women, some of the women are not comfortable with everything.
Right.
This particular person made it a habit to go use the restroom,
The women's restroom.
with
Right.
the other women and try to bond, and it wasn't well received.
Right.
So much so that women were in the stall, and this person would come to the door of the stall and try to have conversations. It was just very not okay.
Right. No,
So-
that sucks.
Samantha called me a lot and was like, I'm very uncomfortable. And what do you think that does to me? I'm like, there's like 4 or 5 instances where I'm doing everything in my power to not go get in my truck and drive.
Right.
But I can't, because then we lose a portion of our income. You know what I mean? Like,
No, it's
and that's
tough.
that scenario is what made me learn, and it was a test for me, brother. But that's what made me learn, oh, she just needs to be heard. So I had to listen to her gripe and cry even about this. Bothered her. Bothered some of the other women that worked there. But I could do nothing about it. And when I would try to offer advice, I would actually get mad, because I was like, why don't you do this?
Right. Right.
And I was like, because I was involved, right? Like, in the situation, because I had to hear about it every day. And I would get so angry at her that she wasn't doing what I was telling her to do. And it would cause us fights.
We know, like, we make a living with our communication.
Yes.
Like, we know, like, the path to resolution for your problems is only just a few right words away from being fixed. Like, if you can communicate properly in this world, you're going to be just fine. And a big part of our job is fixing problems, putting out fires. Like that's what we do.
That's pretty much, yeah.
And so you're going crazy because you're like, dude, if you do X, Y, Z, it's not an issue. Like, but for whatever reason, it's such a, and that's dangerous. That's such a danger, especially at the time. I'm sure, like a couple.
Oh, bro, because
dude,
her job's very corporate. Like,
yeah.
So here's the thing: that what I don't want to spend too much time on this. We really have to wrap, but it started because the bathroom stalls didn't have locks on them to begin with,
Right.
and this person, 3 instances that I can think of, maybe more, but I'm gonna say 3, accidentally opened the door when someone was already in there.
Right. Right.
Thank God not to Samantha. But kept happening. Now, I got a picture of the setup. Wasn't no fucking accident. Okay, the crack was too damn big. There was too big of a gap at the bottom. Like, you fucking knew if someone was in there. You did.
You know an easy way to fix this?
And you know what? I don't even think it was necessarily, hold on, because you may say it, but hell, hold on. I don't even think it would be like, I'm not even going to go out and say that this person was a creeper.
Right.
I really think it was fucking attention. Like, I really think it was just attention. I almost think it was, I want to be a victim, so I want to accidentally do this to see your reaction. I really don't think it was like, my gut tells me that it wasn't a predator necessarily, at least now.
Right.
But it was just all for attention and to get a rise to see what would happen. But, so...
Which is gonna piss that'll piss a large, like, a portion, like,
oh, let me tell you,
the entire thing is like rooted in mental health.
Oh, 100%.
Like, so I mean,
let me just tell you this: this turned into a lot of women going to corporate and saying, "We don't want that person in our bathroom." Well, corporate's like, "Nope,
right,
not gonna happen."
right, pussies.
So right, so then all the girls saying, well, then we want fucking locks, or we're about to get real shitty up in here.
Which is,
Corporate said, okay, you deserve privacy, put locks on. That person responded and is like, these locks are because of me. I'm offended. It was a fucking thing, bro.
Well, I mean,
Like, it was bad. Like, it was a problem. It was a problem. I won't keep it going on to it, but finally, thank God this is a non-issue anymore because that person is no longer there. But it was bad, dude. And, like, I was like, I don't know what's going to happen here.
everybody played in Fairy Tale Land for a while.
I told Samantha, I was like, I would, like, y'all women need to get together and find a fucking attorney if this goes any further. Because at what point is it not... You know what I mean? Like,
No,
you're being so fair to this, you're being unfair here. It was the whole thing, but
It's so funny. We're like we're never gonna do politics. We're never gonna. Do we
we're
just
talking
did a
about
whole
nothing
fucking
but
show.
the episode of the shit that you don't want to talk about.
Right,
if you want
right.
to keep listeners.
No, here's the thing. This is the mansplaining way to fix this problem. Because the whole conversation is gender. Like how do you identify? And that's where I don't have I don't have a problem. If you identify whatever, cool. Remove the man and the woman picture from the bathrooms and just put like a big old penis and then a vagina. And then it's like, well, what do I have? Well, that's the one I go to. Like, you can't, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, like pretend it looks different.
Well,
like,
if we weren't canceled before, that did it.
Right.
I'm just like,
hey, real fast, you wanna hotbox report us just real quick? We'll touch on it because we have to hit something Oklahoma cannabis related.
We bring you the OKCTL Hot Box Report. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the controlled Hot Box Report.
all right,
Boom.
what do we got?
So, last night, the Professional Cannabis Association had a call-in Zoom meeting.
Yes, I attended.
Yeah. It was kind of cool.
It was actually really cool.
Yeah, we had a fairly good turnout. I did want to give just like a little update on how that went. They did have Mr. Jed Green on.
Oh, good.
Yeah, no, that guy's
Fucking
smart,
badass, bro.
man.
He's a badass.
Well,
Straight
and
up.
he is like being like we're like very like tiptoeing in to that kind of like political world. Not even, but it's so intimidating.
It is,
like being in
100%.
those situations and like Matthew has handled it. Like I've seen him in certain situations where like he's on the phone with like politicians,
Beast.
like being
so
like
proud of
the knowledge guy in these certain situations, helping them like lobby for different things or write certain things. And I'm just sitting back like, bro, I don't speak the language. I don't know that world. So it's just, it's intimidating. Jed does not care at all. Like he is not like, he's just like, man, these guys, they ain't shit, but we'll figure it out. And like he breaks down and goes through 837, and I don't want to, this is like a cannabis like private organization, so I don't want to like give anything away that maybe shouldn't be put out into the world just yet. That's not my thing to disclose. It'd be Jed's and Orca's, but I will say that we are on track. Like it very much so. I know. So the number, I think it falls somewhere in like 180,000 signatures, like somewhere close to that. The goal that Jed has set for him and his team in the state of Oklahoma is 300,000. Like
the reason, and if I understand correctly, the kind of reason for that is there was this really weird rule thing that Stitt put in about certain amount of votes per county. I don't understand it fully.
well, that doesn't apply to this yet.
So, right, okay. So, yes. However, if you go on the website, Oklahoma's website, it absolutely is posted
it
like
went through after state question did. And I know a lot of this is because there's going to be a lot of people signing these that aren't like allowed to sign on it.
Yeah.
Like because they have to go line by line, and if you're not a registered voter and you wasted a space on this, you're only doing us a disservice. Like you're not. If 10,000 people sign up for this that like legally aren't allowed to, all that does is hurt us, and you're taking up 10,000 spots on paper. Like, yeah, because they have to go through and verify each one of these. And so I know, like some of that point was he's like, there's going to be mess. Whatever our final number is going to drop, to a portion by the ones that they deem, and they're not going to be cool about it. Like they're not going to give us.
If there's anything questionable or anything, it's.
Well, and did you hear the record? That's what he's shooting for. Which I was like, all right,
what's the record?
I respect it. I think he said 305,000.
Was it from 788? I'm assuming.
I don't know. Record? I'm not sure. It was something that like in a state question, like something like this, where the people make it and try to get it on. The record was like 305,000, and he's like, we're looking to do he didn't come out and say it.
That's. Hey, we set a fucking record, boys. You know what I mean?
Well, and so one thing I will say that I think is okay, because I think it's really cool, is they're working on right now basically a leaderboard with like all the dispensaries or locations that have these signups.
That's cool.
To see where kind of everybody's at. Like their
competition.
Dog. Like I was like, which
competitive,
bro. Well, you got Mango Mike in there.
Oh yeah,
he's like, okay, bring it. Like, cause I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like who? Okie Wonderland, I guess, would be the closest. Like I know there's Cloud. He's got a bunch of locations, or they did. Not Cloud Chasers.
I'm struggling to think of anybody outside of Mango and Okie Wonderland that's got.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, American Cannabis. I would say they're up there.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, you've got guys like Big Buds, but they're like there's a lot of the stores, but they kind of clean up low traffic areas, right? Like they've got a location.
They're in a lot of small towns,
Collinsville,
yeah.
Right. So whereas they do have a lot of locations, they're probably not seeing. Like I bet all of their stores combined probably see what 2 Mango stores do, maybe, right? Maybe. I don't know. I may be wrong. I may be totally off. I'm only judging it based on what I've seen,
right?
And I think they only have 1 or 2 stores that actually has traffic, and I think that's Owasso and Tulsa.
Well, and they're not on the other side of the state, right? Like
I don't think so.
I don't. Yes, I'm not. I'm really not sure.
I didn't. Man, it's kind of blown up. Mango's got more locations than I thought of. Like they got to think now. They've got 1 or 2 in Tulsa now.
2.
I know for sure 2.
Harvard, the Mingo.
Yes, and then you've got Oklahoma City, Edmond, Norman, Lawton. Like they've got. I think they're like 6-7 stores now.
Well, and there's one.
But all their stores
in Norman.
Yeah,
that's right by our friends over at Moondust.
Which that was their slowest location for a while. I think
really
it's booming now,
dude. That because where it's located at.
Or no, Lawton was. I'm sorry,
you can dang near see the stadium. Like it's like there's a building in the way, or else you could see it. Like it's in a cool. Because I'd never been there.
Man, I was so bummed out, dude. You remember Jim Bob Elliott?
I remember the name, but I don't.
He had Clover Patch was the name.
Yeah.
He was going to open a store called Clover Patch there in Stillwater and I think in Norman, maybe just Stillwater. But he was about to do. Dude, he showed me. He had one of the most badass, cool concepts for a dispensary that was going to go in Stillwater, and I think he was fighting the city on it or something. But dude, he had a plan. Like he had architect draw. Like it was very planned out. And it was a dope ass looking dispensary. It never happened. I don't know what happened.
Was it like a jumbo concept?
No, it was like very utility, like well thought. It was right by the stadium. It was walk up window, like 2 walk up windows, like
bro.
The concept of the store on how it was set up, really cool. Like it was a very very cool setup. Man, Jim Bob, I doubt you're listening, but if you do listen, you had a fucking badass design.
Kudos,
man. No, I wish that would have went through. And he's still rocking and rolling, I think. It's just that particular location. I can't think of the
college towns don't kill it like you think they would.
Well, no, because you got to have a card.
Change
it to rec and watch what happens.
I remember, and I would love to see like actual numbers on like actual like college students in cannabis? I'm kind of curious because, like, I know it's definitely got to be way more than it ever was. But like when we first started like selling to dispensaries, we were stoked to get to Stillwater.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was really only 2 that like ever really like, moved the needle enough to make it out
one
there.
for me in Stillwater that was ever purchased anything.
Cali
that mattered.
Kush and Minerva were the ones that were moving with me. Like that was
really?
And this was, I'm talking like 2019, like
Bro,
20.
I think you're forgetting that. I think it's. Oh my God, dude! Him and his wife. He wound up buying out a gummy company. I'm
white
friends with him, and I love him actually. A lot of people, he ticked differently. Like he had a very like
I heard that.
he was pretty stern in some of his beliefs. But he was a great dude. I'm still friends with him on Facebook, and I cannot think of that name. Green Stop, Oklahoma Green Stop. God dang it. Hold on. Oklahoma Green Stop is the name of it. Oklahoma Green Stop.
Is Minerva still open? Or
I don't think so.
that's man.
I may be wrong.
Bro, they had.
Yeah, they're closed now. Like Oklahoma
that's what
Green
I was-
Stop is closed now, but I think it was the whole COO thing. But he was moving a lot for me. But Oklahoma Green Stop, you don't remember that store?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I think I've got that number saved in my phone.
Even with Redbud, they were doing like they were one of the only stores that ever bought Redbud. Dennis Adams and Dennis and Jennifer. Which, if you're watching, I love you both. He's had a few health problems. He's doing good. He drove a truck for Walmart, retired from it, and then I think I seen he unretired because he was like, they did pretty well. Like
Right.
He does
Bro,
okay.
in a different life, I could have been a driver.
100%.
You know, I mean, I could have been a truck driver.
I would not be the safest one, but I'd have done it.
You'd have had a hell of a setup.
Bet your ass. You know I'm a gadget
But
guy.
hey, this one was fun because we, what's hilarious? I had a full, an entire list of topics that we were going to go over. Didn't hit none of them but one.
Yep. Hold on, we have breaking news.
Oh, hit me.
Tell my husband to reply to his wife. Thanks.
Oh, shit. All right. Well.
Yeah, we got to wrap because Shane's dead.
Yeah, he's in trouble.
So I don't have anything else. You done?
I'm done. This is, I'm Shane Davis.
And I'm Brandon Big. And we are the Control Bird.
We out.